Hello and welcome to another Diablo IV season story compilation. This is for the 9th season of Diablo IV, The Sins of the Horadrim. I am once again cutting together all the different story bits from this particular season, and I do have a playlist for my regular playthrough of the season down below, as well as a playlist for each other season's story compilation. I will be, of course, giving my thoughts about the season's story at the end of the episode, so if you're curious about that, watch to the end. But for now, enjoy Sins of the Horadrim. Alas, not another season with no cutscene. That's too bad. Oh well, it is what it is. Alright, the embers yet smolder. Speak with Briona. As I entered the city for a respite, a loud commotion broke out in the heart of Karagar. At the center of this unrest appears to be a druid named Briona. Anxious and enraged townsfolk surround her. I should approach and speak with Briona to uncover the problem.
He sent us to death trap.
I what?
Horadrim lapidary. But we can actually get Horadrim knowledge and all that stuff now. So I guess this is going to be our main area. And we have the Horadrim knowledge. We're actually able to click these before we start the quest, which is fun. So we're obviously able to do quest 1. Quest 2 requires tier 2. There seem to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, it says here 9 quests, so this is quite a bit more than the previous season. Hopefully they're actually more interesting as well. Would be good. What is this about a death trap?
Haven't had a roof over my head in months. So she offers up Donan's old place. Well, no one using it anyway, she says. Only when we get there, the keep is thick with demons spitting fire. Half a group's dead. The other half's mad with shock.
Vasily Stones, I said the manor, not the keep. The keep stays empty. I'll find out what drew the demons there and then I'll put them down. That weapon just for show? Or do you know how to swing it too? Could use your help at Eldheim.
Okay, so we're gonna meet Briona at Firebreak Manor. Yeah. The druid Briona has requested my aid with the dire matter in Eldheim Keep. Demons have invaded the keep, targeting the refugees she had taken in under her protection. Concerned for their safety, Briona has gone ahead to Firebreak Manor, south of Karagar. She awaits my arrival there. I should make haste and speak with her to learn more.
Easy now.
Yeah, there are quite a few refugees here, and they're all bloodied. Are you allowed to send people to squat at Donan's estate? Asking the right questions here.
If I weren't, no one stopped me. Listen, these people have nowhere to go. Had their homes and farms razed flat when Astaroth broke free. All because of Donan. It's only right he give a little something back, eh?
I think blaming Donan is kind of mean and unfair, but he is dead and this manor is available, so it kind of makes sense to actually use it. And I don't think he would mind. I mean, he was a pretty stand-up guy, as I recall it, so he would have liked to help people. How can I help?
Some sorry souls still draw breath. Healing for the ones that can be saved. And a merciful death for the ones that can't.
Alright, so we're supposed to look for survivors. Yes. Yeah, so the druid Baron has requested my aid with the dire matter in Eldheim Keep. Demons have invaded, targeting refugees she has taken under protection. By Firebreak Manor, we found some refugees who escaped the demonic onslaught. Briona insists that we search the path for other survivors. I can only hope we are not already too late.
Back to the earth. Poor bastard.
I'd say that the season first quest is already a bit more interesting than some of the quests we got in the previous season. That this is only quest 1. We'll see how it shapes up. Yeah, they're already dead.
Help, please! There. Another survivor.
Couldn't have made it without you.
Probably not. Well, you survived. Let's actually some into there. You gotta travel to the keep.
Eldheim. The demons swarm from there.
Need to slay the demons at Eldheim Keep.
Look, they're squabbling over something. What is that?
We'll see real quick. I'm just kind of curious if... yeah, the texts are actually updated this season. So, previous seasons, the questline texts weren't constantly updating. But here, the texts keep doing so. So I'm going to read it real quick, because I think that's cool. Alas, on the road to Eldheim Keep, Briona and I found but a single survivor. The path beyond was littered with ruin, and the stench of brimstone thickened with every step. I'm just going to real quick do this so we don't die. The demons are not merely raiding. They are pouring forth from within the keep itself. Something dark festers at its heart, and I must uncover what has awakened it. I like that there is more writing. It's a bit annoying that it's so quick, but it does make it more interesting, right? So we need to slay the demons. There we go. They are all slain. This is a... well, never mind. We speak with her? No, it's the same text as before. Alright. I'm just gonna pick it up because more people keep spawning in demons. The Horadrim Wayfinder. So, if I go to journal, I should be able to... yes. Horadrim Wayfinder. Magic pulses through rivulets carved into the stone of the device. You recognize it to be Horadrim. See if the quest keeps updating. In Eldheim Keep, amidst scorched stone and the mangled remains of demon and man, I uncovered a relic. It's a strange circular relic fashioned like a mechanical wayfinder. Whatever it is, it drew the demons here like moths to a flame. I must bring it to Briona, who remains within the keep. Perhaps she will recognize its origin. Take this. What is this device?
Not entirely sure. Seems Horadrim. See here. There was a ward placed on it once. Lapsed now. Should have guessed the order was involved. Whatever it is, it's tugging. Like it's trying to show me something. Ah! Another wounded. I'll see if I can find them. Take this device in the meantime. Maybe it'll lead you to the source of the demons.
That is hilarious that there are all the different versions because different people are talking with the character. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I guess this season has a little bit of bugs. That is funny though. So we need to enter the demon's wake. Briona identified the relic as Horadrim. We did that as well. Though its true function remains a mystery. I can feel it resonating, pulling me towards the depths of Eldheim Keep, to a crypt known as Demon's Wake. With Briona occupied elsewhere, the task falls to me alone. I must ascend into Demon's Wake and uncover the source of these mysteries. Yeah, we got all the different Brionas right there. That is funny. Alright, here we go. Find the source of the demons. Yeah, okay.
What is this?
Ooh, the Horadrim Gateway. Dungeon, Demon's Wake, Horadrim Stronghold. So just keep summoning demons. Right? It doesn't really have any information like how many it's going to summon. It would be good to have like a little timer or 5 waves or something like that. But we're getting a Horadrim portal.
Lilith, you still live? No. You are her killer, bearer of her blood. You are holding mine too now. Is it my power that you seek, Wanderer?
No.
Is that it? All right. Well, that you tell him, Tommy. You tell him what's up. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, so we need to return to Briona in Karagar. The Herodic Wayfinder guided me deep into Demon's Wake, where I unearthed a vessel containing Astaroth's blood. As my hand brushed its surface, his voice slithered into my mind. There can be no doubts. Astaroth, the Scourge of Skalsglen, lives once more. Briona has since returned to Karagar. I must find her at once and share what I've learned. We can actually look at the thing, which tells us absolutely nothing. Alright. Well, let's head off to Karagar. The device led me to a relic containing Astaroth's blood.
So that's why the demons swarmed Eltime. They were drawn to Astaroth's blood and contorted by its power. See, his fires raged on even after he was sealed. They sprouted from his ever-burning blood. Skalsglen continued to smoulder until Donan doused the blood flames. Only, it seems he didn't. I'd bet he used this device to gather it up, hid it under the keep, slapped down his wards and called it a day. Another Horadrim half-measure. You still have that blood relic. Look, there's a slot on the device. Perhaps they fit together.
Inspect the Horadrim focus. And how do I do that? Oh, this, right there. There we go. We have leveled up Horadrim Spellcraft. Countless apprentices have begun their training with secret arts contained within. Oh, so they actually have a little text for each one. Okay, I will read those in time. Horadrim Spellcraft. Harness Horadrim artifacts to craft your own spell link to your own spell. Link it to your skills to unleash its power. Harness the power of the Horadrim to craft a spell. Link a catalyst to one of your skills on the action bar. Okay, so you connect one to a skill. And equip Infusion to imbue your spells with elemental damage type and special bonuses. I guess there are 5 different crystals then. Equip up to 3 Arcana to further enhance and customize your spell. Yeah, the moment I joined the Blood Relic to the Herodic Wayfinder, the ancient mechanism awakened. Together they serve a greater purpose, yet to be revealed. Though Briona holds low love for the Horadrim, she must be told in Karagar. Perhaps with this newfound power we may yet stand the chance to strike down Astaroth once and for all. I feel a channeling Horadrim power through me.
So this thing converts Horadrim relics into power. We can use it to break down the blood relics. It won't get rid of the blood, but it'll contain it. For now. Why don't you practice with that new power, and I'll dig up some of Donan's old notes. Maybe they'll help us purge the blood, for good this time.
Alright, fantastic, we leveled up. So, the next quest, The Truth That Lie Within. Gain Herodic Knowledge, 150. Find strong rooms in Nightmare Dungeons. So the lost secrets of the Horadrim are revealing themselves to me. Briona wants me to continue to find more blood relics. Alright, we are back. I have done all my little background stuff, taking care of my equipment. Let's actually read the text. So this was the countless apprentices that begun their training with the secret arts contained within. And the tier 2 rewards were an assortment of odds and ends that would pique only the interest of an adventurer. And then the tier 2 reward for the quest was Bearing the Weight of Ghosts, seasonal side quest. Briona needs my help to hunt down another blood relic. And we also got Magic Open Palm of Justice. So says our creed, to protect we must destroy. Oh, Magic Open Palm of Justice. Okay, alright, cool. And maybe we'll read the others after we get to those quests. So, Bearing the Weight of Ghosts. Speak with Briona. I should return to Karagar and speak with Briona. Should we have uncovered a means to purge Astaroth's blood once and for all? Have you found a way to purge Astaroth's blood from the relics?
Not yet, but Donan's notes are helping. There were few things he loved more than the sound of his own pen scratching parchment. 'Tweren't him that fashioned the Wayfinder, but a fellow named Elias. It turns out, Donan was asked to destroy the thing. Lucky for us, he didn't. Keep looking around. As long as you have its powers, you should be able to access the other blood relics.
How did you know Donan?
What druid of our college didn't know him? During the days of Ash, he haunted Tur Dulra's halls like a tick latched onto a hound's hindquarters. Always saw him huddling and whispering with Erida and the Fane.
Yeah, Erida and Nithane were the two druids that you kill in the main story. If you do want to see the main story, you can check that out on the channel. So, the blood relic I recovered was but one of several, each a vessel of Astaroth's power hidden across Sanctuary. As long as these relics remain, so does Astaroth. Brionna believes the Horadrim sealed these relics within strong rooms, protected chambers buried deep within nightmare dungeons. I need to use a nightmare sigil to access these chambers. Actually, maybe, just maybe, I might be able to get up to level 4. I don't think I did. Oh well. There we go. So, the blood relic right there.
My blood was my gift to Sanctuary. Ever-burning seeds of destruction, sown in its most fertile soils. Until Donan locked it all away.
Is that it? So we got ourselves another Arcana. Very nice. And another one right there. So we got 3 Arcana. Fantastic. And we got the blood.
Good. You're back.
We are back. So, with the blood relic I recovered from the Horadrim strong room, I should return to Brionna in Carragher. Once contained within the Horadrim Wayfinder, the relic's influence will be sealed. Each fragment secured brings us one step closer to preventing Astaroth's full resurgence. And it doesn't have any information, unfortunately. Astaroth told me he planted his blood across Sanctuary.
I remember those days. Sunless, ashen days. Back then, I had just lost my sister, you see. Brega. She had a voice like sparrow song, and a wit sharp as a dagger, and a husband like a stubborn goat. Donan was her man. That's how I knew him. Sorry I didn't face up sooner. We 3 were close once, but I distanced myself when I couldn't dissuade him from sticking Astaroth under his keep. But they're dead, and what's done is done. Only one way forwards. Hone your strength, and I'll keep working on the blood.
Another house in Carragher empty. A whole family picked up and left west to Akarat.
The sheep demand a shepherd.
Alright, so we got that little spoiler text because we have enough of the heroic knowledge to go to the next quest, and in fact go to the quest after that. So I'm just going to read these real quick. Brionna needs my help to hunt down another blood relic, and power can be wrought from nigh anything, if one knows how to seek it. Keepers of the Glen, speak with Brionna. I should return to Carragher and speak with Brionna. She may have uncovered a means to purge Astaroth's blood once and for all. Have you made any progress with the blood?
Aye. We have the beginnings of a plan. This is Davish, a good friend of mine.
She tells me you're the one who felled Astaroth. I owe you a drink. Or 3.
We'll need to consult the other druids. Get them on board. In the meantime, keep looking for other blood relics.
Alright, so we're supposed to use a Nightmare Sigil to find a storeroom, retrieve a blood relic from the storeroom. So, the blood relic I recovered was but one of several, each a vessel of Astaroth's power hidden across Sanctuary. As long as these relics remain, so does Astaroth. Brionna believes the Horadrim sealed these relics within strong rooms, protected chambers buried deep within nightmare dungeons. I need to use a Nightmare Sigil to access these chambers. This might be the same text as previously, not quite sure, but we can speak with Davish as well. And he, I believe before this, he said a little thing about Akarat, so we can tell him, I saw Akarat's corpse myself. His pilgrims are being deceived.
You what? Really?
I wouldn't doubt them, personally.
Well, sure. That's got to be a hell of a journey, though. And all these people leaving behind their lives for it are going to be damn disappointed at the end, aren't they?
They're going to be a bit more than disappointed if they actually find Akarat, considering he has been corrupted by Mephisto. We'll see how that goes. Time for Astaroth to be doing some talking.
Is it true you put down Mephisto's dog, as you did my amalgam? Ah, how cruel. I wondered where the beast was. There is some other wretched thing guarding my cell. Mephisto imprisoned me, you see. A just reward for my betrayal.
Alright, so, to walk where spirits tread, return to Briona and Karagar. I should return to Karagar and speak with Briona. She may have uncovered a means to purge Astaroth's blood once and for all. Isn't that quite literally the text we had before?
Excellent. You found another blood relic.
Is that what that chill is?
Funny, they teleported over here because I guess someone else had been speaking with them, and then they were supposed to be over there. That's fine. Have you figured out how to get rid of the blood?
Astaroth's not the only bleeder who's dropped his rotten shite in our land. You remember Nerfane? His cursed blood still chokes the moors. Ever since you put him to rest, we've been purifying that blood, bit by bit, with a wolf spirit's help, Lutrid. We think she can help with Astaroth's blood too. The druids will call on her in our ritual. We'll need Horadrim's help though, as the blood is still bound to their relics. That'll be you. Find the next relic and pay respects to the spirits of the wood. Light a candle, tidy the space, whatever feels right.
We need to find the Shrine of Sacrifice. Now, for those that don't remember, Nerfane was a druid in this area, one of the bosses in Act 2, I believe, that you had to kill. Corrupted druid. And I think from his corpse, the steed, or the kind of three-headed dog monster thing the Astaroth rides, was spawned from. So, to walk where spirits tread, find the Shrine of Sacrifice. To prepare for the ritual, Briona sent me to complete a druid rite at the shrine east of Karagar. She wasn't specific about what I would find there. So, Rite of Sacrifice. Let's interact. Here, ailing beasts are put to the merciful knife in the sacrifice of blood. Gratitude is offered for their lives, each one a thread in nature's great weave. So we need to follow the wolf spirit. The wolf spirit Uldred appeared to me when I completed the first of the druid rites. Perhaps she is trying to show me something. Complete the Rite of Resolve. Okay, I wonder what that is. The wolf spirit appears to me has gone off in the direction of the Umbral Woods. Yeah. Rite of Resolve. Interact. A sacred site desecrated. It must be cleansed of the foul corruption that poisons it. We don't have to do anything. We just read that, and that's it. Alright. Complete the Rite of Reflection. Yes, okay. This is a place of introspection, to cultivate inner strength and resolve. Here, candles are lit to see the way forward. The wolf spirit has appeared to me has gone off in the direction of Tuldulra. Here we go. The Oaken Cavern. Enter the Oaken Cavern. There are other blood relics out there that still pose a threat to the people of Sanctuary. I should retrieve another one. It seems one was stashed in the Oaken Cavern under Tuldulra. So I guess Donan put one in there. Way back, perhaps? Or one of the other druids, anyway. Inspect the statues of the Blood Eater. Yeah. Just look at them. Different wolves. Statue of the Blood Eater. Need to commune with them. Seems to spawn some enemies. I'll put in the second one right there. And finally, the third one.
What irony to find the roots of little Turdolra watered once again with my life blood. You can take me from this place. The druids can grow their little trees, but I'll be back to raise it all down again, whether it's in 1 year or 100 hence.
So, to walk where spirits tread, return to Brion and Carragher. I should return to Carragher with the blood relic from Tuldulra. Blood relic, and we do not have any text, which I think is a shame. They should have added some flavor text. But Blizzard being Blizzard.
Ah, those blood relics really suck the joy out of the air, eh?
They sure do, Davish. Alright, Brianna. The wolf spirit led me to a blood relic at Turdulra.
No. Really? Donan had a blood relic at Turdulra and they didn't tell us.
The Fane and Erida probably knew before they went spitting mad.
So we have to speak with Brianna in Tiramir. Nothing, meet me in Tiramir, nothing like that? Alright, that's fine. The druids are preparing for the ritual to purify Astaroth's blood. Brianna awaits me in Tiramir. Here she is. You're sure this will work?
I'm never sure. Sure now means disappointed later. Or worse. But this is our best shot. So let's go in with chins up, eh? And we'll parry the punches as they come.
Alright, so that I think is kind of the right mindset. I mean, we're gonna see how it goes. Where is everyone?
The druids gather near the scar where Astaroth was first sealed. Come, we'll go together.
So, Brianna and I must journey to the scar for the druid's ritual. Demons will be drawn to the blood contained in the Wayfinder. I must ensure Brianna makes the trek safely.
Horrid things. They reek like Astaroth. Don't let them near the Wayfinder. More meat for the worms.
Or meat for the worms.
Horrid place, the scar. Curdled earth. Stench of melting flesh. All Scosglen was spoilt like that during the days of Ash.
Yep. Davish is waiting outside the scar to greet us. So we got ourselves... Looks like just one other druid, and we don't even know what their name is. Oh, never mind. There are 2 additional druids. Not a lot. I'm here to help.
Be on your best behavior. They're not keen to share a ritual with an outsider.
We need to enter the scar. We've reached the entrance to the ritual site. The druids await me in the circle within. Have a demon impaled. I'm ready to aid in the ritual.
Good. Activate the Wayfinder, and I'll get us started. We call upon Luthred, Eater of Evils, New Maker of Lands, Sefathal Bog Clec Brew.
Here we have Luthred. Activate the cleansing incense. Alright, we're just gonna continue. Activated. We have to retrieve the fallen's head. Is there more dialogue? No. Is there any information? The fallen's head has a look of permanent surprise etched on its horrible features. That's kind of funny. Offer Uhtred the fallen head. Any more text?
Luthred, banish
Maybe there was some text, but I didn't really read it, so it's fine.
What's this? You bring forth a beast bearing the cursed blood from which my amalgam was molded. Was this wise?
Alright, we need to survive the ambush. That didn't go that well.
You foul rot!
Everyone, out!
Damn it all to hell!
He's just standing there, or she. I will say, and this is a problem in multiple seasons, a lot of these events lack weight. Like, there's something about them where it's kind of like, this was a stupid plan to begin with. And as Astaroth said, like, was this wise? Like, there isn't a huge amount of logic. It's pretty simple stories. There isn't any weight. None of the characters are all that likable. It's just a little bit of a shame, right? You'd think that they would be a little bit better. The ritual was a disaster. I should check in on the druids and ensure they're all right. I'm sure they're all peachy. So, see what Briona has to say. She's shaking her hand, hitting the ground a little bit. Is everything all right over here? What a stupid question.
Does it look all right to you? Lutrid gone. Made a demon's plaything. Oh yes, things are wonderful.
Briona.
I'm sorry. I can't talk right now. I'm going back to Kerrigar.
Sorry about that. It's not you. She just needs time. Find us in Kerrigar, yeah?
It is 100% us. We literally was just like, did you go okay? And it's like, one of the main spirits that they had was just killed and turned into a magloration of rage. Like, not only did the ritual fail, but Astaroth is now stronger. It's very much like, oh, is that okay? Is one of the dumbest things you could say. So, I think she's very justified in her anger. Now, unfortunately, I do not have enough Horadrim knowledge. The lost secrets of the Horadrim are revealing themselves to me. Briona wants me to continue to find more blood relics. So I'm gonna have to do another, well, Nightmare Sigil or two on my own time, basically getting myself the Horadrim knowledge. I'll be making a cut straight to the next quest, so I'll see you then. Alright, I have finally acquired enough Horadrim knowledge to continue on with the story. The quest now is The Unseeable Demands Their Gaze. Return to Kerrigar. I should see if Briona and Davish are alright after the ritual we attempted failed.
Hey, want one of those drinks I owe you?
I'd love a drink. Alright, Davish, where's Briona?
Off on her own, again. Ugh. It's all or nothing with her. One bump in the road and she flips the whole carriage. But this? It's over the line, isn't it? This Wayfinder stuff. I mean, demon blood. She ran off for the Horadrim vault, wherever the hell it is. Ugh. Why tell me? I'm only her best friend. Tell her to come back. Please?
Please, he says. I mean, he's a concerned friend. It's just a little bit funny. I kind of like how they have added in areas like the Horadrim Vault. We return to Firebreak Manor at the start. I kind of like the quests tying into the main story and maybe reusing those locations, like it makes sense. So we need to find Briona in the Horadrim Vault. Davish let me know that Briona left for the Horadrim Vault on her own. I should make sure she's alright. Fortunately, that door is locked, so we won't be looking there. Or maybe there is something we have to... No, here she is.
Davish sent you, didn't he? Considerate bastard.
Considerate bastard. Riona, what are you doing here?
First things first, I'm sorry. I lost my temper. Said some vile things to you. 'Tweren't fair. I was ashamed, see? 'Cause I tried to help and innocents got hurt. Same as Donan. Same as his order. I wasn't wrong to criticise him, but I was a fool not to empathise. We fought for the same thing in the end. Peace. All that said, I may have found an answer in Elias's notes. To send something back to hell, you need to summon something first. But like needs like. So, to send back Astaroth's blood, we'd need to summon Astaroth. Only that's spitting lunacy, isn't it? Not even Horadrim would risk that.
We risk worse in hell. Let's do it? Or are you sure there's no other way? I'm definitely hitting this because that is such a stupid plot point. Are you sure there's no other way?
The blood can't be purged. We could ward it, toss it into the sea, but then it's someone else's problem, and that's the one mistake of Donan's I refuse to repeat. That's if I can even figure out how to summon Astaroth in the first place. Elias's notes here are incomplete. Could you look around?
I mean, I find it a bit ridiculous that she apologized to us because she didn't really say anything that bad, but I do like her realization that, you know, the Horadrim, they had a tough situation, right? I do like that change. Drafts in Donan's hand. Let me just see here. They just let me know that, okay, it's the same text. They used to update these quite a bit, and then in the later quests, they've gotten a bit lazy, which is, you know, fine, I guess. So, drafts in Donan's hand, and it said, the sheets are covered in crossed out lines, each one beginning with a sentence that reads something like, my dearest Yoren, I must confess, Astaroth's essence lives on. It seems Donan never finished the letter. Book of Maps. A collection of maps of Kejistan's deserts. The patterns and currents of its sandstorms are noted in Elias' hand. On one page, an empty spot on the map is circled. You recognize it as the location of his palace. Tome stuffed with notes. When you flip through the pages, dozens of loose notes peek out. While the book details old Horadric funerary rites, the stray additions concern a more dangerous topic, demon summoning. This must have been one way Elias disguised his forbidden research. There's nothing here, but Elias has a palace near Tarzarak.
Then that's where we'll go. While I prepare for the journey, see if you can find another blood relic. The Wayfinder's pointing to one at the seaside descent near Kedbardu. Retrieve it before demons are set loose in the city.
Alright, so we need to use a Nightmare Sigil to find a strong room, retrieve a blood relic from the strong room. So, it's the same text as before. The blood relic I've recovered is one of few. As long as these relics remain, so does Astaroth. Riona believes the Horadrim seal these relics within strong rooms. Okay. I mean, we didn't even have all of them when we were gonna use Ultrid to take him out. That's kind of stupid, in my opinion. So we just need to use one of the Nightmare Dungeons, so I'll do that real quick. Alright, Blood Relic.
Your druid friend is eager to summon me, to kill me. I heard it, the edge in her voice. Only through Mephisto's will would it be possible. If it were anyone else calling on me, he would keep me trapped here in hell. But it's you, so he's letting me go. It seems he would take joy from my death at your hands, Wanderer. No matter. Let us wound and be wounded again.
That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that change. Or that information. I mean, it's kind of cool knowing that Mephisto's like, yeah, you can die. Damn the Precipice. Find Briona and Davish in Tarzarak. Davish and Brionna have reunited in the town of Tarzarak deep within Kyrgyzstan. They now await my arrival before we press onward. I must make haste and join them. The hour grows late and Astaroth's shadow lengthens. Alright, here we are in Tarzarak.
Summoning Astaroth? Are you mad?
I'm out of options. He takes and takes and takes.
I do kind of think that the idea that you have to summon him to banish him is ridiculous, but you know, if we're able to kill him, then that's good enough, right? And we have killed him before, so it shouldn't be a problem. This is the only way to purge Astaroth's blood.
Not you too. What if he gets out and sets all of Sanctuary ablaze?
They've killed him before, they'll kill him again. This is our only shot, Davish. Come with us. Fight with us.
How many times have I defended you in front of the elders? What are they gonna say? This isn't you, Brionna.
This had damn well better work.
Agreed, so, travel to the Outer Gardens. Davish has departed from our company, yet our task remains. Brionna and I believe that Elias's long-abandoned palace in the north of Tarzarak may contain the answers we seek. Something that can teach us how to summon Astaroth and purge his blood once and for all. The way is treacherous, but I must guide Brionna there to the Outer Gardens. Let's head on out.
Unfortunately.
I've known that man for decades. He's never once walked away. More bloodsick demons! Keep them off me!
Alright, we'll kill them all.
Elias represented everything I hated about the Horadrim. And here we are, following in his footsteps. But it's different, isn't it? Because we have you.
I guess it's a little bit different. I mean, the purposes that we're doing are different. Elias also, I guess, wanted to, like, save humanity, but his was more kind of like a long-term, I need to toughen humanity up. Okay, unfortunately, her text is gone again. Wretched things. Elias picked a hell of a place to hide his palace. That's true. All the splendor, empty and rotting in the wilderness. Elias may have left the order, but he kept their love for hoarding secrets. Yeah, I know, but like... Okay. Where's Brionna now? I mean, this seasonal quest is kind of bugged. So, we're supposed to search for Elias's notes. We must enter the Outer Gardens where the sealed chamber known as the Abandoned Alcove awaits. I've already done that. Whatever truths the Horadrim Elias sought, bury them. We must unearth. Oh, bury there, we must unearth. Alright. So we need to find his notes. Oh, she's here. How did you get here so quick? Yeah. I found what we needed.
We're really doing this, aren't we? I'll not risk another innocent soul for it, though. We'll do it in the wilds. Far away from Scosglen. From anything. I'll make ready the ritual.
Oh, that was the end of the quest? It was that quick? Yeah, we need to find Brionna in Kyrgyzstan. Wanderer in Flames. To prevent further bloodshed, Brionna has chosen a remote site to perform the summoning of Astaroth. She now awaits me at Dagor Oasis, a hidden refuge deep in Kyrgyzstan. I must make my way there without delay. The time has come to confront Astaroth. Where is that? It's all the way up here. Okay. Fair enough. I think we can get the same quest, like dialogue, and if we do that, I'll cut to being there and asking her. Are you sure you want to do this?
No. Yet, it must be done. Let's go.
So, she actually had to say that as part of the quest. Anyway, a wanderer into flames. Enter Astaroth's lair. Astaroth has cast his shadow over Sanctuary for far too long. No more. The time has come to bring the fight to him. Astaroth's lair festers deep within Kyrgyzstan. I will face him there and end this evil. Oh, so we just fight him straight up, I guess. Speak with Brionna. Yes. You're a seasoned warrior, but you'll die in there. Let me face him alone.
What? No, I hear you. You've done this before. But listen. Don't you dare go dying on me in there. Take the Wayfinder and go. And kill that mucksucker dead.
I figured we'd have to basically go through one of the main like escalating nightmares, whatever they're called, to fight Astaroth, but maybe not. So you just need to activate the Horadrim gateways. Yeah, okay. Guessing we're putting in the 3 blood pellets into the thing. Do we have any like quest items? I guess not. Summon Astaroth. It's kind of funny. Alright, sure. Witness the summoning ritual. Oh, there's the wolf. Just jumped into the pool. Here we go.
I'll turn this air to smoke and ash.
Like, our beam power is alone basically killing him. Well, he's quite weak. I figured we'd fight him in Torment Tier 1. Although he can one-shot us, so maybe I should actually just kill him from the start. Alright. That was my bad. Let's see if I can just kill him now.
How I dreamed of this moment. Let us fight.
Oh.
That's the ferocity I remember. Hold nothing back. How sweet the pain of destruction. Until next time, Wanderer.
Okay, he actually has a second stage. I didn't know that. I feel a bit bad dying the first attempt, but I mean, I am doing it on penitence, so I do enough damage to play here, but I don't have enough armor or shields to, you know, be able to survive. So, Astaroth has been felled. Well, we need to speak with Briona in the Dalgar Oasis. Astaroth has been felled, his body is broken, and the curse of his blood cleansed at last. The demon who once haunted Skosglen is no more. Briona will be eager to hear of our victory. I must return to her in the Dalgar Oasis to share the news. Astaroth is dead, and his blood is gone for good.
I can feel it. I can't sense his presence anymore. Brega would have spun songs about this day. She made merry like a madwoman, dancing and belting from the tabletop. Always did when we returned from battle. I'd like to spend some time with her and Donan at Firebreak. Join me if you'd like. Donan owes us a few slaps upside the head for what we have done here today.
I'm confused. Donan is dead. Okay. The truths that lie within. Oh, I need even more to get to the final quest? Well, that is a shame. So the final quest is called The Torch Unforgotten. Return to Firebreak Manor. Briona asked me to find her at Firebreak Manor. I should visit and see what's next in store for her.
I see what you saw in them, brother. And sister. I wish you could have met them too.
Oh, she would have loved them. She was a wanderer herself.
Oh, we got some gravestones here. Let's read those. Here lies Donan, friend, father, husband, Horadrim of the First Circle, who walked into hell for all of us. It was more than enough, brother. Then we got Braga's gravestone. Here lies Brega, brilliant scholar, loving mother, and wife. I am with you as always, in every branch and stone. Born from this land I was, and so to it I return. Here lies Yoren, son of Brega and Donan, protector of Skosglen. He was the true light. Alright, Davish, what's up? The druids aren't mad at Briona.
Oh no, they're furious. But they also know that they were wrong. And they're not so proud they can't admit that. I'm just glad she didn't kick the bucket. Thought I was gonna lose her. Sour wit and all.
You'll have to try a lot harder than that to get rid of my ribbing.
Wouldn't trade it for the world, you old harpy.
That's kind of sweet. I wish stuff like that would happen more often. Like, the banter between the quest givers makes it feel more alive and gives characterization between them, you know? So yeah, we're just gonna, talk with her. Are you saying goodbye?
On the contrary. Saying a long overdue hello. And I missed you. I'm sorry. Oh, I blamed Donan for doing as I thought Horadrim did. Swooping in, hiding messes, leaving them to be discovered by the survivors of their mistakes. But that's not it, is it? What they do is try. They spit in the face of futility, justice, and light. That was the oath he took. And he sacrificed everything to fulfill it. I couldn't take up their mantle, but I could stand to carry out their mission here in Scosglen.
Or you could not abandon your dear friend and instead return to the college with me. They'd have you back, you know. Begrudgingly, but still.
The common folk need a champion, Horadrim or not. Fight for them. Or, Scosglen still bears scars. The druids need your help. Now I'm curious what both options would lead to. I mean, they're both kinda correct. The common folk need a champion, Horadrim or not, fight for them.
I think I owe them anyway. So many died at Eldheim, when I should have been there. Donan would have wanted me to watch over this place, and its people. Very well. Davish, you'll come visit me, I assume?
Of course. And I'll complain about the trek every damn time.
Ha! I'd expect no less.
Okay, so that is done. The truths that lie within. There is another quest. Wisdom's chosen. Explore Eldheim Keep. Who else knows what could be hiding in Eldheim Keep? I should do a thorough sweep to find out if any other Herodic relics are within. Okay, so what we'll be following right now are essentially quests where you just acquire Herodic relics, these that are right here listed, and it's essentially 9 glorified fetch quests packaged into 3 overall quests. And I've decided to keep them in this story content episode because, you know, it is a bit of lore and so on and so forth. In previous story compilations, I've kept quests and journals like these in the episodes, so I figured why not? But it adds about, 16 minutes of content, and it's not actually the main season story, just for your information. So if you're not interested in extra lore, you can skip ahead 16 minutes to immediately get to what my thoughts are about this season. Next, take the stone to the bulwark's walls. See what the mason can do to restore it. Be gentle with it now. It's older than Eldheim itself. So there's a relic. Dona's note mentioned an artifact and broken bulwark under Eldheim. It could be a chest or urn. Though with the chaos of Eldheim's fall, I should also search any corpses I find. Alright, I have found whatever relic it was. So, it's right here by the slain knight, shattered gravestone.
Here lie the ruins of Abu Khair, the city of walking dunes. The monument from which this piece came commemorated the Order's first real success. The first sealing of a prime evil, but it also mourned our first failure. For Mephisto's capture leveled the city and killed thousands. Tal Rasha had this made to remind us that Sanctuary has no future if we do not tend to her present. The sand has since swallowed the city's ruins. I will see that we remember.
Wisdom's chosen. Speak with Brionna. I should tell Brionna what I found and see if she can keep the relic safe in Carragher. Just a shattered greystone. And we have no information. Okay. Found this Horadrim artifact. Can I leave it here with you?
Ugly old thing, isn't it? But I can tell it's important. And potentially dangerous. I'd rather keep such things in eyesight than out. So you can leave it here, till we've a better spot for it.
Place the relic. Right here? Oh, okay. Maybe there are multiple relics. Speak with the villager about the relic. Okay, there's a villager somewhere out there. There must be other Horadrim relics out there. I should ask around and see if anyone's seen anything noteworthy. Okay, so is this just like a fetch quest thing? If you want to find them, you can? Maybe. So this is Terra. Seen anything strange? Is everything alright here?
Oh, it would be, if I could keep my son from gobbling up every last scrap of food we get. He said he stumbled across some old relic while playing in a cave. I'm sure you've more important things to do, but I said I'd let you know.
And then we have the remnant of Talrasha's tomb.
This stone was spat from the belly of Talrasha's tomb. He was the first of us. Kul called him noble, selfless. Deckard Cain called him valorous. Tyrell called him wise, and chose him as our leader. And he suffered for it. For centuries he wrestled with Baal. This time, there were no casualties, save for Talrasha himself. Or rather, what was left of his humanity, and all that made him good. It shall surprise no one that Baal escaped anyway. We have coped without a leader. Yet I fear we have not completely salvaged the hope that died with our first.
So we need to explore Corvalar. So once again, another dungeon. So we found a bandit's corpse, Horadrim shield, and Horadrim journal. I've traced Cathan's steps all the way to Orbe. With any luck, she'll have left something behind there. And I guess we did find it. So I should search the body found in Corvalar and read the journal beside it to see if it's related to the note I found in Kelbeli's mine.
Inscribed here is part of the oath our Order's initiates once took. Knowledge, lifeblood of light. Magic, open palm of justice. Perseverance, challenger of fate. Much has been written on justice and light, not so much on fate and the challenging of it. Our history is riddled with failures. How could it not be? Yet it is also rich with moments of defiance in the face of despair. Rejections of the concept of futility. We may fail, but we shall always rise to try and fight again.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. A little bit anyway. So I should place these relics with the first relic that I found back in Karagar. So I'll be doing that. So let's pick that up. Horn Scroll. The letter we found is astonishing. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it myself. I sent it to our colleagues at the library near Chaldeum for proper archiving. And then we have the embalming tool.
Ceremony was much more important to the first of our order. No surprise there. Where an angel leads, displays of deference follow. Mummification was one such ritual, whose instances dwindled along with our numbers. The Horadrim Cathan performed the task with distaste. It went against her faith. Early Zakarum buried their dead free from the post-mortem violations of embalmment. Nonetheless, I admire the slow and careful dedication with which she carried out the rite. We Horadrim seek to find answers. To do that, we must remain open to the possibility that the answers we have found might yet be wrong.
So, the note mentions a library near Chaldeum that may have a relic. Perhaps the sunken library will have some secrets within its chest that I can find. So it seems like every single one is just a fetch quest, which is a bit of a shame, and each one is in a dungeon. Letter to Ibn Fad.
I believe this epistle speaks for itself. Ibn, I cannot count the tears I shed for our Tal Rasha. Tyrell has led us nobly, but have we followed him too unquestioningly? An angel he may be, but angels are one half of the very conflict we seek to end. He claimed the Soul Stone was our salvation. Yet you write that Baal shattered it like glass. I am grateful for Tyrell's wisdom, but perhaps wisdom lies in other places too. Unexpected places. My travels to these southern jungles have challenged all I knew. I will tell all upon my return. Your friend, Cathan.
Alright, so we need to speak to a villager about relics. So the trail for more relics seemed to have gone cold. Maybe someone or something in Firebreak Manor will point me to another Horadrim relic. Which seems like a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, we'll continue over there. Alright, it's time to speak with the villager about learning for more relics. And Briona is right here, actually. That's kind of fun. I guess they have refugees setting up in the manor now. Alright, Finch. How are things here at Firebreak?
It's as good a hole as any since you and Briona cleared out Eldheim. Hey, I owe you one for that. In the last bit I called home, I spotted some old relic. Looked valuable. Was planning to sell the thing, but consider it yours.
Oh, you just happened to find one. Find the relic within Mercy's reach. So once again, we have to clear another dungeon. I've heard a rumor that there may be another relic in Mercy's reach. I can only assume that anything valuable would be locked up safely in some relinquery, or perhaps secreted away by the goatmen who have occupied this place. Now this is another dungeon. This is like the 5th one. And I don't have any nightmare sigils for these dungeons. It is so stupid when you have a nightmare-centric theme that they do not give you the specific nightmare dungeon sigil for each single dungeon, because these must be predetermined. And that would basically allow you to do more nightmare dungeons and get more of the seasonal quests. It's like 2 birds with 1 stone, and they haven't chained them, which is absolutely ridiculous. But oh well. Cutting to the next artifact. Alright, once again, I have found the next artifact, which is the relic in here. And once again, you didn't have to actually complete the dungeon. I'll do that after I've collected it.
The Horadrim Cathan, priestess of the Zakarum, wouldn't live to see the atrocities that would be carried out in the name of her religion. Yet she saw the seeds of darkness sown in her churches and her peers. She wrote of them at length. It never dissuaded her from her prayers. Cathan was one for whom faith and doubt were partners, not enemies. Her freeness to doubt strengthened her commitment and her faith. Her belief that this world can be better continually pushed her to question how. This holy memento was hers. Justice and light are etched into the back.
We're supposed to place the relics. Okay. So the trail to find more relics has gone cold. I should place these relics within the others at Karagar. So once again, doing that real quick. Alright, here we are. It's time to place the remaining relics. So I place one right there. And then we have one right there. Let me just check the text real quick. Yeah, the trail has gone cold. I should place these relics with the others. Finally, we have the relic right here. Okay, so I need to speak with Davish now. Alright, so we now have the next quest, the Kin of Cain. Speak with Davish. Perhaps Davish has a lead on another Horadrim relic. I should ask him and see. I do wonder how many of these there are left. Maybe this is the final one? I hope so. How fares Skosglen?
She's seen better days. Worse ones, too. Hey, you're into that old Horadrim stuff, right? got a report of an old cache. Maybe it'd be of use to you.
Alright, so we need to find a relic outside of Gia-Kul. Okay, this time it's not in a dungeon, maybe. Or we're gonna find a letter and it will be there. It will lead to a dungeon. We'll see. Alright, this looks promising. Cracked jewelry.
Horadrim must often sacrifice the simple pleasures of life. Comfort, kinship, romance. Deckard Cain was one whose family was ripped from him long before he ever took up our mantle. Indeed, he was leery of our order at the time. Yet even still, it was his unrelenting obsession with research that drove his loved ones away. After his spouse took their son and left him, she and the boy were slaughtered by bandits. Deckard was not Horadrim then, and yet his challenge was so very Horadric. This keepsake once belonged to Amelia Cain. I shall place it with Deckard's things.
Then we have a scavenger's note. So, yeah, inspect the scavenger's note. Looted everything I could from that old Horadrim's hut in the peaks. Place has been picked over, nothing but a sad old man's things are left there now. So here we are back at Loraf's little hut. Let's just read the quest real quick. The thief's body had a note near it referencing Loraf's home in Fractured Peaks. Maybe he left something there aside from empty bottles. So let's see. There's the kettle. Whatever is brewing smells awful. There's still something brewing there? Roderick Strongbox. Gnarled walking staff.
Tragic as the slaughter of his family was, it was another step on Deckard's path to becoming Horadrim. For what are we without the common folk we strive to protect? At last, Cain sat down his research and took up his staff. He forged friendships with Tristram's townfolk. He writes of Pepin the Healer, who was kinder to all than many deserved, and of Griswold the Smith, loud as an ox but gentle as a bird. This staff, one of a chosen time-tested few, is a relic from those relatively happy days before Tristram's darkening.
Not sure if you care anymore, but if you did, I've followed the trail of ledgers all the way to Yshari. That's where Cain's work rests now. From D. I guess that's Donan. Yes. So, Yshari Sanctum. I should search it thoroughly. Which is here. In another dungeon. Yay. Alright, well, we're going there. Making another cut right now. Right, here we go. So, chest, interact. And we got the Book of Cain.
There is one oft overlooked aspect of this tome. Its shared authorship between Deckard and his ward. For Cain, Leah offered a second chance at fatherhood. While her dark parentage would make her of great interest to any Horadrim, Deckard adopted her simply because she needed a loving guardian and a safe home. Our duty to sanctuary comes before our blood. But Deckard may have found the one exception to this rule. Leah became his family, yet his rearing of her would also guide Sanctuary's future. I am only thankful he died before he could see the fate that befell her.
Yeah, I kind of disliked that twist in Diablo 3. I thought it was a little bit lame. But I guess it would have been even more lame if... let's turn that off. It would have been even more lame, I guess, if it'd been like a fake out. So, I guess it was what it was. Alright, so, the Kin of Cain, place the relics. The trail to find more relics has gone cold again. I should place these relics with the others in Karagar. That's 9 relics in total. And it seems like that might have been the finale of the season story. We've learned a bit about the Horadrim. All stuff you could learn from other media, but I guess, you know, it's something. If those dungeons had all been paired with nightmare glyphs, like you always got a nightmare glyph for that specific dungeon, I think this would have been a great quest line. Because It would have been extra lore if you're interested. Not quite as good as the Sultan Cool journals, but still something. And it would have connected to the seasonal theme. But these were not connected at all. Now, I could have theoretically leveled, you know, and done a bunch of different stuff and waited till I got the correct glyphs and then done them. But I didn't know which glyphs ahead of time would be connected to which dungeon, so I might have consumed the one I needed, and it was just poorly optimated as a whole. Alright, so that was the conclusion to the 9th season of Diablo IV, The Sins of the Horadrim. Almost to 10, it's kind of crazy. And I will say that when playing this, I had quite a few complaints, and after finishing the story, it didn't really stick with me all that much. Now, having edited it and looked it back, I actually see that it's one of the longer seasonal stories, but in my opinion, it's pretty forgettable. And I would argue that that has kind of been the case for almost all of these stories. I think the second half of the 5th season, the Season of Infernal Hordes, had a pretty good one. And I thought some of the cinematics from early seasons were decent, but honestly, overall, it's been pretty forgettable. Astaroth was, in my opinion, a more appropriate villain of the week than some of the other villains we've had. You at least knew who he was based off of the Diablo story, but he wasn't like a major antagonist either, so it didn't feel weird just killing him off in a season. So I think that was an improvement. And I also thought that the voice acting was really good, to be honest. One of the better voice acted seasons. The quests themselves were very repetitive, but I feel like a few tweaks, especially towards the adding nightmare dungeons to the fetch quests, would have actually made them a bit more tolerable, but it felt a lot like padding, essentially. And yeah, I mean, if I had not edited together this compilation, I would have forgotten like 90% of it. And I think that's due to the fact that most of it just seems unimportant at this point. I don't feel like Blizzard is really having fun with their stories. It kind of feels like a chore, and them not prioritizing these means that it's like a huge missed opportunity. And I think interesting stories could be a good selling point for the game. I don't think that Blizzard really cares about them, and therefore I don't think the audience cares about them either, which is a real shame. As a whole, this was a mid-tier season in my opinion. It's the best the game has ever been, but the season itself was kind of mid-tier. And in the same realm, the story was very mid-tier as well. Within the context of Diablo IV, I want to preface. I think some other games, these stories and these seasons could be considered really bad, and then for other games, maybe they would be considered good. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if the next one will be any good, or will even get close to as good as the second half of the 5th season. I hope so. I wish they would start building on each other and start connecting, but they haven't yet, and we're up to 9 seasons now. It seems late for the 10th season to kind of buck the trend, but let's hope. I will be playing it, of course, and I do hope that you did enjoy this episode, even though it was a very long one. And I think it's fun to still do these compilations and these retrospectives. Not a lot of other people are, so I guess that kind of makes this content unique in a sense. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, if you like this video, then, you know, consider liking and subscribing. I upload content 5 days a week. Diablo IV will return with the next season, and I will, of course, be playing through that story. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.